Good afternoon, everyone. Romney Smith, the WTOC for the News Now. This is where we bring you local stories that we are working on for you right now. Thank you for your patience. I know we got started a little bit late. Wanted to make sure all audio and video was working perfectly just for you. We're broadcasting on various platforms, including our website and, of course, social media sites like Amazon Fire, Roku, Twitter, and Facebook. Facebook is where you can weigh in with us. I think you guys know the gist by now, so thank you for your time. So right now, the search continues for two swimmers on Tybee Island after the men went missing near the sandbar last night. Crews with Tybee Fire, Ocean and Rescue, and Chatham County Marine Patrol have been out at Tybee Beach since 6 o'clock this morning. People on site confirm that it is now being called a recovery mission and not a rescue. Right now, crews and boats are still searching the water for the swimmers. A helicopter was also out searching this morning. According to the mayor, Jason Bolterman, the two were out on the sandbar yesterday around 7 p.m. in a group of 4 when the tide quickly took the sandbar away. 2 people made it back to the beach and 2 others didn't.
You never like this to happen, and it hasn't happened out there in a couple of years. So it's not a frequent occurrence, but it can happen. And our lifeguards and our ocean rescue and our beach patrol are constantly clearing the sandbar as the tide comes back in.
Sandbars have always been a dangerous problem for Tybee Beach. WTOC is working to learn the identities of all 4 people involved, especially the 2 that are still missing. I see you guys weighing in on Facebook right now. Suzanne Greiner saying prayers for the swimmers. Jamie Mincy saying heartbreaking. We absolutely understand. Tanya Davis also saying prayers for that family. Certainly 1 or 2 families in distress right now as crews continue to search for their loved ones. Switching gears to a story that captivated all of us yesterday in a heartbreaking fashion. 16-year-old Michael Barber is facing charges in the killing of a Savannah police officer and his wife. You're looking at pictures of them right now. Chatham County Police tell us the victims are 53-year-old Officer Louis Molina, who is on the far left-hand side of your screen, and 28-year-old Ikea Molina, who is on the right-hand side. They were killed on Palmetto Bay Cove in Wilmington Island yesterday morning. Now, the 16-year-old Michael Barber has been charged with 2 counts of felony murder. Chatham County Chief Jeff Hadley says Barber was living with the couple in their Wilmington Island home at the time. He says his officers have been called to that home over the last several weeks for a domestic situation, but couldn't give more details. As you know, the police departments recently demerged, and Chief Hadley says the departments will continue to stay separated for this investigation, even though they still are closely and tightly knit.
As far as the investigation goes, I believe they may have provided some assistance with forensics, but aside from that, it's our investigation. We will investigate this until its completion. They are handling their agency's ability to deal with the loss of one of its members, so that's their primary role, I would imagine, right now. But as far as the investigation goes, it's our investigation.
Barber is being held at the Youth Detention Center right now. He was not present in Recorder's Court today and was represented by the Public Defender's Office. No bond was set, and the next hearing is set for September 13th at 2 p.m. WTOC's Amanda LeBreau is following the story, and she'll have more for you tonight. I do have a question on Facebook from our top story about the missing swimmers. Paul Elliott asking, Caleb Dewberry asking how old were the swimmers. We actually don't know right now. They have not released any identifiable information about the swimmers, male, female, race, age. So we're still waiting to find out at this point in time. As soon as we know, we'll pass that along to you. Switching gears, another story coming out of yesterday. We know it's back to school time. Well, New Hampstead High School had a lot of fights. This is one of the videos of one of the fights that broke out. Already been shared a lot on social media. We spoke with a student who claimed that around 11 fights happened at the school on Monday alone. You can see in some of these videos that officers and even teachers get caught up in the violence. Savannah Chatham County Schools are investigating these videos. They sent us a statement saying the students involved will all be disciplined as soon as they're identified. Campus police will also be stepping up security at New Hampstead High School for the time being. So an immediate reaction to the violence seen on campus yesterday, more security at New Hampstead High School, and school officials looking at the video over and over, the multiple videos out there of the violence, to identify the students involved and, of course, make them face disciplinary action as needed. Switching gears, let's get a quick check of weather for you. I have the First Alert app open for you with the WTOC. lots of isolated thunderstorms as predicted. That's kind of our regular summer weather pattern. 30% chance of rain kind of throughout the evening. Starts to drop at about 8 p.m. I want to give you a look at the radar right now. This is Futurecast. Keep in mind, this is at the tips of your fingers, so you can always get this for yourself on your smartphone, and you can have all of this information. The meteorologists also post 1 to 2 videos a day up here, so good thing to have, of course, in case your power ever goes out. The First Alert app always has you covered. All right, guys, I don't see any other questions for our news stories right now. Keep in mind, you can always weigh in. I thank you. Oh, one more just popped in. Chrissy Kennedy saying, what was the reason for the fights? We're still working to learn that information. So they have not confirmed, because we did ask, was it gang related? Was it just boys being boys fighting over something? Was anyone arrested? So lots of questions that we have out there, still waiting for some answers. We will let you know as soon as we get that information. All right, guys, that's all I have for you right now. It's hot. Stay hydrated and connect with us online at WTOC.com.